Hello and welcome to 5 Minute Math. Today we are looking at the TEKS tool strip diagram, working with the concept of comparison with a problem related to TEKS 4.9b, and we will solve it in 5 minutes or less. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. So we've got some butterflies being measured here. We've got a frequency table with their wingspan. And look at this question. How much greater is the combined weight of all the butterflies measuring 2 inches than the combined wingspan of all the butterflies measuring 1.25 inches? All right. So how much greater lets us know that we have two quantities that we are going to compare. This is a comparison. And sometimes we will see that as how much greater, how much more, how much taller, how much stronger, how much shorter. But they're always going to take two quantities and want us to compare them. So we need all the butterflies measuring 2 inches. So what we're not doing is we're not just subtracting 1.25 from 2 to see the difference there, because we have to use our data. And look at this, 2 inches, I've got, this is 5, and then 2 more. So I've got 7. I've got 7 butterflies that are 2 inches. And so I'm going to make this 2 inches, 2.00. Those two little marks, they look like quotation marks. That's actually a symbol for inches. And so I'm going to just draw it like this. And I'm going to see if I can get 7 of them in here, kind of equally spaced. All right, so I think that's going to work. And then each of these are going to be 2. 2, 2, 2. So here's my one quantity. So I've got 7 sets of 2. All right, this is pretty simple. All right, that's going to be 14. So this is the combined distance of the 7 butterflies that have a wingspan of 2 inches each. Now, the other one's going to be a little bit trickier. We've got the combined wingspan of all the butterflies that are 1.25. Now, look, there's more of them. But just because there's more doesn't mean that that's going to be the greater quantity, because even though there are more, so this is 5, this is 5, right? So that's going to make 10. They're each only 1.25 or 1 and 25 hundredths. That's a lot less. So I'm going to kind of draw a second strip diagram, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to just kind of guesstimate as to where I think it is. It doesn't really matter where exactly it is. What you want to do is you just want to show that it's shorter, because here's what we're looking for. We're looking for the gap. When you're comparing two quantities, typically they're going to give you both quantities and you need to compare the gap. Sometimes they'll give you one quantity and then the gap, and then you need to find the second quantity. But this is all the butterflies measuring 2 inches. This is a quantity, and they're separate. And this is a separate quantity. And what we're doing is, even though it ends up being subtraction, just like you would with a part-part whole, we're not comparing, we're not combining, or we're not taking away. So I've got 10 of them here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut this into half and then cut each half into fifths. And that's just going to have to be as close as I can get. And then each of these are going to be 1.25. Now, if it wasn't 10, it would be a difficult kind of multiplication. But since we have 10 and a decimal, we can think place value. So if I'm going to build 1.25, I'm going to build 1.25, right? So what happens when you multiply by 10, since this is a base 10 place value system that we use, everything gets shifted over one spot. So this is my ones, my tenths, and my hundredths. Everything gets shifted over. So the 1 becomes 110, 2 becomes 2 ones, the 5 becomes 5 tenths. The decimal looks the same, or it looks like you're moving the decimal 1 to the right, but really everything's shifting over left. So that's going to be 12.5, and we subtract 14 and 12.5, and you're going to get B 1.5 inches.